So guys, unfortunately today we need to talk about Gumroad. For those that don't know, Gumroad is the place where I sell my samples and my preset packs, as well as other products like for example my masterclass. And a few days ago on the evening of the 7th of October, I got an email saying that PayPal was no longer working on Gumroad. And that was the first sign of the confusing situation that was about to come. Because even now, if we go to my Gumroad page and I click on one of my products, and I just go in here, set the price that I want to pay and add it to the cart, we can see that there's no longer an option for PayPal in here. You can now only pay with card. So you might say, okay, well then that email you should just say that that is the new rule, right? You can just tell him that that was happening. But I didn't know that that was happening. I was left completely in the dark about this situation. So in the little Discord group we have for Sidetrends YouTubers, I addressed this situation and asked if anybody else had heard similar things happening. And initially we speculated that this may be a bug or that they just temporarily have some issues with the licensing. But pretty soon a tweet came up that showed that PayPal had decided to no longer work with the platform, so that hope was shattered. Now I can imagine that as a small creator I rely on these kind of product sales. For the last year now it has actually been my main source of income, and about 60% of all of the purchases of my products involve PayPal. So you can see that this for me is a big problem if this were to go away for me. Of course, I would lose out of a lot of revenue if people weren't able to buy the products with the payment methods that they want to. And you can imagine that if you lose access to such kind of revenue that you would need to be able to be prepared for that kind of thing. But I wasn't given any heads up about this change happening. There was just a complete lack of communication from Gumroad in this situation, up until the point that we started sending emails to Gumroad to ask what was going on. And in the automated responses that we got back from Jason, there was a completely different reason for why this change was made. So to recap, we have this platform that we rely on for our income. Not just me, but a whole bunch of other Sidetrends YouTubers as well, of course. And without any notifications to us creators, a major payment method is suddenly dropped, and we are at risk that we're losing significant amounts of income. Now, as you can imagine, to remedy this kind of situation, I'm already looking into other platforms that could fulfill the services that Gumroad provides for me. There is a little bit of a problem for that. I know that some of the other guys have successfully found other platforms that allows them to host their products. But one particular product for me is causing me a few issues because it is massive in terms of the size. And that is my Masterclass 2.0, which the full version contains 123 gigabytes worth of content. So not every platform is able to host that kind of thing. And that is really the magic of a platform like Gumroad. They are just able to host that for you. And usually there were no problems. In the past we could just rely on them to host everything, and if there were any issues that they would quickly get fixed, or that there at least would be some communication about the issues that were happening, so that we as creators can adapt to the situation and we can prepare in advance for anything that may come up. Right now I'm just a little bit scrambling, looking for another platform that I can host my services on that allow both very big files for products, as well as allowing you to pay by PayPal. So that is the whole situation. Honestly, I just want to draw as much attention to the fact that this is happening as possible. You can imagine that for a small content creator like me, this kind of stuff is very, very scary. And even if in a few months my sales haven't dropped massively, then I can only relax in hindsight. But now I'm just stressing out a little bit about the future of what I do here on this channel. So on that note, I'm going to end the video. Thank you very much for watching. I know that it's not my regular content, but that will come back very, very soon. So if you want to support that content, a great way of doing that is by becoming a member on my Patreon page, which I've linked here on the end cards so you can easily get there. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.